Chapter 311, Side B just dropped. I'm not even gonna waste any time, we're just gonna get straight into it. We open up with them training one day until the U20 World Cup. Counter, go, go! Move back, make it 2-on-1. Ego's watching. Hiyori hits a cross, and Asagi sinks his shot straight into the goal. Alright, nice shot, Asagi. No, you're a beat too slow, Hiyori. If we can't make that cross with quicker timing, it'll just get blocked by the world's top players. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I can't pull it off right away. I'm not a robot. I don't want to get worn out before the game. Yeah, Asagi, you're asking too much. And Asagi, wait a minute, he's got those demon eyes. Huh? What kind of tepid crap is that? We're trying to win, right? What's wrong with comparing us to that ideal? Well, I can't argue with that. I bet you could find a nicer way to say it. I wasn't trying to be harsh. I'm just stating my opinion. I don't say stuff like tepid. And I ain't like Hiyori is slacking off, dumbass. What? And then Aiku barges in. No need to fight. You're both saying things to help us win. I don't mind though. Let's keep our feelings hot and our communication cool, right? Sure. Sorry. Same here. My bad. Asagi, you must think you've become the nucleus of this team and that everything will go your way now. Save it for after you've totally beaten me, you wannabe Demon King. Actually, what the fuck is Rin saying here? I have so many thoughts of this and how the community reacted to this whole exchange. I'm gonna say that for the post-chapter review, because we get this fat fuck Buratsuta. Hey, guess who's here? Looks like you're working hard, my money-making blue boys. I mean, my lumps of talent. Why is he always wearing the worst fit I've ever seen in my entire life? Buratsuta? Chairman Money Grubber. You can hear you, idiot! Why are you covering your own mouth? What's the meaning of this? I thought I asked you not to come here. And Ego, he's posted up on the wall. I can't hold you. Like, Ego's looking fine as fuck. Oh my god. Oh, I'm not here to lecture you on soccer. I'm just here for a greeting. Dun dun dun. Hello, Blue Lock. I thought it would be best to tell them about our promise, Io-kun. They'll be more motivated if they know, right? And Asagi's confused. All of them are confused because none of them have heard of this before. The number of U20 representative slots isn't 23. It's 26. And I get to fill those last 3 slots. Huh? And one of those 3 is a Toshi Sai. Huh? Wait, what? Info overload. So that means Sai will be on our U20 team? Yeah, Rin is geeked. I know you're geeked, brother. Yeah, you was not expecting this shit. I know he's having PTSD right now. Well, Sai-kun decided he won't join the team until the finals, but I've decided on how to choose the other 2 players. All of you will fight in the U20 World Cup Group League, and meanwhile, I'll be holding Blue Lock Japan's last 2 survival selection. Ta-da! AKA Sai B. And that is like the lamest name I've ever heard for like a Blue Lock spinoff. For Side B, I gathered around 300 talented youngsters, and for an additional fee, Blue Lock TV subscribers can view this heated battle and boost Japanese soccer even higher. So it's a ripoff. You ripped off Ego's idea. That's our money-grubbing Tanuki. I said I can hear you. And yeah, this is literally just a ripoff of Blue Lock. And the players that are expected to participate so far are these guys. And oh my god! I didn't think it was possible. I really didn't think it was possible. After 310 chapters, Kira is back! And Asagi is just as shocked as we are. Huh? He was in our first game of tag. That's Kira-kun. Well, I plan on timing it so Side B's winner will be determined around the same time as the finals. That means we'll have some big news for the world to coincide with Sayatoshi joining the team. And I don't know if this was in the Japanese or if the English translators decided to put this in. The fucking money sign right after the sentence. And I think that's Buratsuta literally like flipping over his wallet as we speak. So make it to the finals, even if it kills you, Blue Lock. And look, I don't like Buratsuta at all. I don't even like what he's saying here. But this part specifically, like just this part right here, low-key aura, I'm not gonna hold you. And it doesn't seem like these guys agree though. Okay, blue boys, good luck. Make big money. Asagi goes straight to his father, Ego. Ego-san, what's the meaning behind this? What'll happen to Blue Lock? They're just options. Don't worry. The chairman is only thinking of profits. I'll exploit that to make all of you stronger. Anyone who loses in Blue Lock can never play on the national Japan team. What about that rule? If Kira-kun comes back, I won't use him. And you know, Ego, as always, he has to reassure his son. Setting aside Toshi Sai, nobody who Buratsuta drags here will be a match for you guys. Which is true. As much as Kira has probably improved playing soccer his own way, I doubt he has gotten the growth that all these guys have had in Blue Lock. And the right to decide whether or not to use them lies with me, not Buratsuta. So then Buratsuta's selection is just another piece of Blue Lock? Right. It's an annoying and unexpected interruption, but think of it that way. And in any case, if we can't win the U20 World Cup, I'll be ousted from Blue Lock. Huh? For real? My position isn't that different from yours, and this doesn't change what I'll do. Produce the world's best striker, and wager everything to get a World Cup victory for Japanese soccer. Until this ego runs out, I won't hand you guys over to anyone. And ego horrified me like crazy. Okay, I respect it. And he's saying some really, really good shit right now. I genuinely don't know how anyone can see what ego says. It says he's like a bad teacher, bad coach. Like, he is the fucking GOAT. I don't care. Now then, I'm going to announce the starting lineup for our first match against Nigeria. Sagi's getting all hyped, the Blue Lock Stadium is raring to go, and cars are literally driving. You can see cars pulling up. People are coming here to watch this game. I'm not gonna hold you, for a World Cup game, this parking lot seems small as shit. Like, this parking lot is definitely not holding more than a capacity of like 2,000 people. There's no fucking way. We're seeing all the fans pulling up. They got the Blue Lock jerseys, and we see little fans, you know, posing in front of Asagi's poster. Okay, Asagi, I see you getting the hugs. Okay. And then we see this kid again. Jesus Christ, his unspoken character arc has been absolutely phenomenal. From a Japan U20 fanatic to having Asagi's jersey on. Jesus Christ, we've come a long way. And finally, 2 hours until the U20 World Cup begins, as we see Nagi pull up to Blue Lock Stadium. And that's chapter 311, side B. I actually have so much I want to say. Where do I even start? Okay, let's start with where we just left off. Nagi pulling up to the U20 Stadium. Now, I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna watch the game, he's not gonna do much. But then we have that episode Nagi ending, where it's kind of left ambiguous where exactly this is. If this was just like random fantastical imagery, or if this is actually him at some point in the series. At first, I kind of thought it was him in the U20 match, but he did walk up normally, and this wasn't the exact uniform they had on. If anything, it looks a lot like the U20 Blue Lock Japan World Cup jersey. So is Nagi gonna rush onto the field last second telling Baratsuta he's gonna take the offer? I feel like that might be the case here. And if that is, that's gonna be such a curveball. I have to imagine that's what next chapter is gonna be all about if that's the case. Because after next chapter, surely the game has to begin with how much time we have left until the Nigeria match. Second thing I want to talk about, and undeniably the elephant in the room, Kira being back after all this time. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is Kira really back? No. Is he most likely going to be back? Yes. And that is still fucking insane. It has been 310 chapters since we've seen Kira, and now he's finally gonna come back in the series, or at least it looks like he has a good chance of coming back, because let's be real. All these fodder, like, we're not gonna play with these guys. It's gonna be Kira. And even though Ego himself said that Kira's not going to play, at the very least, he's gonna be on the bench, and he's going to talk with the Blue Lock players, including Asagi. So is Kira still gonna be the same bitter person he was back then, or will he have matured and will his ideals have evolved since? It's gonna be really interesting. Part of me thinks he's going to be the exact same, purely to give Blue Lock this dichotomy within itself. I mean, not that it's really lacking in that. There's a ton of opposing forces within the Blue Lock team already. Not to mention Toshi Sai is joining up, but this will definitely add a lot more spice to the mix. As for the side B thingy, is this something we're actually gonna see? I kind of doubt it. Maybe like glimpses and peeks just to give us some exposition on Kira later on, but I can't imagine this is gonna be a tournament we actually like watch a whole selection for throughout the manga, especially because the cast doesn't really seem that interesting outside of Kira. But now with Nagi joining the team, at least what seems like to be him joining the team, it seems pretty clear that this side B is only going to now have one winner, and that makes me all the more sure that it's going to be Kira. I do appreciate how Ego and Asagi are really sticking to their ideals here. And speaking of ideals, I have to address this first interaction because I do think it's important for many reasons, but also because of how people have perceived it on social media. Usually I don't pay much mind to what people on Twitter say or what social media says in general, but this in particular sparked my interest. When Asagi got a bit heated at Karasu, you had a lot of people saying that Asagi was out of line, he shouldn't have been talking like this, and that quote-unquote egoism is gonna be his downfall. And don't get me wrong, I do think simply by having this interaction here, this does seem like a seed that's being planted to hint at something deeper that happens later down the line, most likely in the World Cup, that could lead to a tragic loss for Japan or Asagi personally, but I think people have blown it out of proportion immensely. You have a lot of people here saying that Asagi was extremely wrong, nobody in Blue Lock was talking like this, which, like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, are you fucking, are you, like, you have to be fucking retarded. What kind of tepid crap is that? That is literally Rin. That is Rin bar for bar. You're gonna let Rin say all this crazy shit, but the second Asagi says something like a tenth as bad, then suddenly it's, oh, what the fuck is his issue? Like, come on, like, what's with the fucking double standard here? I really don't get it. I'm not saying Asagi's right, because I do kind of agree that Asagi went a bit far here. And like I said, I do think it's gonna lead to a sort of downfall. But to say that this this is something exclusive to Asagi and nobody else has done something similar is insane. Because mind you, Rin has been talking crazy since basically forever, and he has lost to Asagi more times than I can count on my fucking hands. Okay, not literally, but you get the idea. Rin has lost a lot, and he has always been talking crazy. So it kind of just seems like that's what's happening with Asagi here, and to act like that's exclusive to him is just downright stupid. But I am really glad that Aiku is here to break up the fight, because I feel like before Aiku was here, they didn't really have a big brother figure. They had people like Yukimiya that were like, oh, baby, you guys, you shouldn't fight. But they never had someone that would like actually step in, put the arms between the two players, and tell them to knock it off. I'm really glad Aiku's here for that. He's always been one of the more likable characters. I really appreciate him. And speaking of Rin, because I've already been shit talking crazy, mind you, I love Rin. He's literally my top 3 characters, but Rin is talking crazy as always. Save it for after you totally beat me. You wanna be Demon King. Look, bro, your brother said I'm better than you. I beat you in front of the entire world, and at worst, I tied my salary with you, and that was the best you could do on me? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? If anything, I feel like Rin's the one coping here. But damn, after the calm intermission chapter we had last week, I feel like this chapter has really given us so much more to think about and talk about, and I'm so happy for it. We have Kira, Nagi, this interaction, the small ass Blue Lock Stadium parking lot, and announcing our regulars next chapter. We are eating good, and I cannot wait to see where this all goes. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I have for now. I love this chapter so much. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because most of you are. It'd mean the world to me if you joined me on this journey. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.